Hi, my name is Bruce Roth, and today my guest is Dave Horwoodell. Dave is an enrolled agent and the founder of Torchlight Tax. Dave, I've heard of an offer and compromise in dealing with the Internal Revenue Service. Can you explain to our viewers what that is and when they might use it or what the implications are?
Yes. An offer and compromise is when you owe the IRS money and they haven't been able to collect it yet, and you offer a lower amount, and they may accept that lower amount. If they do, then you pay that lower amount and you're good to go.
And how would one go about determining if they're likely to accept that?
Well,
I mean, everybody would offer less than they owe if they thought they could get away with it.
well, there are two things you can do. A, there's a pre-qualifier tool on the IRS website that you can put in the actual numbers, like how much you have in your bank account and so on and so forth. Or you could go and you can talk to a tax professional like an enrolled agent. They can work it out for you. But you have to understand, the reason the IRS is accepting less is because they don't think they're going to be able to get more. So if you have, if you own property and that property has value, they're going to levy the property. They're not going to accept the offer and compromise.
So if you own a $2 million house that has a $150,000 mortgage against it, they're not likely to accept it.
Right. On the other hand, if you have, a house that is upside down, they can't get anything out of it, and then they look at, and if your income is below, like if you're making less income, that paying them you'd be below the poverty level. They don't go after you. For example, in Las Vegas, I think it's about $30,000 you can make before they would consider that they could take money from you.
So if let's just say I or one of your viewers felt that they were in a position to want an offer and compromise with the IRS, is it something, you know me, I'm a smart guy, I could figure things out. Is it the kind of thing I could handle myself, or would I need representation to get that done correctly?
You might be able to handle it yourself, but you'd have to be very, very careful. Oftentimes, the reason why I say this is that when you send in your offer and compromise, if you don't send them what they want, and if your books don't balance the way they want them to be, and you don't answer the question the way that makes sense to them, they will disapprove it. And many people, they just don't have a clue. Now, I'll give you an example. I have, in my firm, I have an former IRS revenue officer. She spent many years working with the IRS, and she would approve or disapprove offers and compromises on large cases. And I went to her with a case of somebody who was trying to get maybe about $60,000 in an offer and compromise, and he was going to offer $3,000.
Wow.
Because the guy, this guy...
big savings if you could get it.
And the reason why he was offering such a low figure is that for several years he's basically made virtually no income. He's at the poverty level. He's just living off, he's living because he has friends and stuff, doesn't have any savings left. There's no savings they can take. There's literally no money there. So the IRS doesn't have any chance of collecting from him. But when I sent in the offer and compromise, when I went over this with the person who's been with the revenue officer, she said, "Where's he going to get the $3,000? I said, "Well, he has a friend who's offered to give $3,000 to him to pay off this debt so he doesn't have to worry about the IRS." And then have that friend send in a statement. Because the revenue officer, when they look at that, they're going to go, "The guy doesn't have any money. How is he going to pay us? It doesn't make sense. He's lying. He either has money or there's something wrong." But if they get a statement from a friend saying, "I will give him $3,000, they go, "Oh, okay, so if I approve this, we'll get $3,000, which is better than nothing." He's got a good chance of it being approved. But like that added little data.
Without knowing that, if I had sent it in without a letter from the guy that was going to give me the $3,000, I'd likely be turned down.
Yeah, so you're welcome to go it on your own, but if it's a significant sum of money, like we're talking thousands of dollars,
that's a lot of money.
That's significant. I would have a professional review it who is very much an expert in IRS representation.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
And thank you for watching.